over the mic. He's not backing down from any fights, and he puts on entertaining fights. That's as evidenced by that fight right there. That third round knockout keeps his 100% finishing rate intact.
Making his way to the cage, Mr. Robert Skorheim.
And just like that, we are on to our main event of the evening. Making his way to the blue corner, coming out of New Mexico, we have Robert Skorheim. The Albuquerque kid is 26 years old, fighting out of Sandoval Fight Systems. He gets his strength and conditioning in at Rough Rider Barbell Club. Fancies himself as a grappler. He is coming into this contest tonight with a perfect 4-0 record. He will be cornered tonight by Freddie Sandoval. Now, as a caveat to this fight, folks, this was originally scheduled as a title fight. There was a mishap on the scale by Nick Tarpley. Nick Tarpley is not eligible to win the title tonight. However, Robert Skorheim is eligible for the title should he win this contest.
A winner for a head of lettuce out there.
That is a majestic mullet, my friend.
That is. Curls and all. Good though.
Skorheim last fought for us in December of last year. Picked up a victory over Jack Losowicki. Took that fight on short notice, up a weight class against a much bigger opponent in Losowicki. One thing that we also came to know following that bout from Skorheim was that he almost didn't take the fight. You know, this is June is Men's Mental Health Month, so it's very important to at least touch on that right now. He had one of his best friends that took his life just prior to the fight and was definitely weighing heavy on him, but he felt that presence or that spirit helped carry him through that contest to pick up that big victory to keep that 4-0 record intact and keep him on path to potentially win a title here tonight.
Yeah.
He's going to have a very stiff test up against him in the Durango Wild Boy in Nick Tarpley. Nick Tarpley, the 27-year-old, now fights out of Denver, Colorado, and Factory X does his strength and conditioning out of Landau Performance. Nick has hundreds of matches on the World Greco level. He's sporting a perfect 3-0 record. He did make it very evident that that he apologized for the mishap on the scale. He said it was a situation of just the scale that he cut on not being within the same calibration of the commission scale, and it's a mistake that he said in his entire life, dating back to when he very first started wrestling as a kid. He's never once missed weight. Yesterday he was definitely very hard on himself for this situation. But that's something that you expect from Nick, who is, he's the consummate professional.
He is a professional, and we're going to see the best Nick Tarpley tonight because that right there, like you said, he's never had a mishap his entire career. He is a very self-motivated, intrinsically motivated guy. So I believe we're going to see the best Nick Tarpley.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event of the evening. It is brought to you by Comments for the Peanut Gallery. Introducing to you first, the challenger, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. He weighed in at a record 154.2 pounds. He comes to us with a perfect record of 4 wins and no defeats. He represents Sandoval Fighting Systems all the way from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Ladies and gentlemen, I get you, Robert Skorheim! And standing in the red corner, he weighed in at a ready 157.6 pounds. He also has a perfect record of 3 wins and no defeats. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. He comes to us with that X on his chest record Factory X. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you the reigning, defending, Colorado Combat Club champion, Nick Tarpley!
One thing that we know about Nick, though, too, is he's a very eclectic individual with his tastes and his interests. Nick is a super intelligent kid who's read Proust. You know, that's a very high level book there.
Denied the tap. Sorry about that, Curtsy.
Yeah, I mean, he's also manages a jazz bar. He's a guy of very, very wide interests. But again, like we say,
he pulls guard. I have never seen this.
But he's working on a triangle situation right away. Now Robert has both arms back in.
Tarpley might lose his USA wrestling card there for pulling guard.
I mean, the kick was caught and it was being hiked. Who knows? Who knows right there? But he's trying. He's trying to get out of his comfort zone. Yeah. And, you know, we've talked about it as a theme tonight for some of these specialists. They've taken chances.
They have taken some chances. And he throws him into the cage.
Little right on Air Tarpley right there. Nick Tarpley is looking to secure the position up against the fence right here. Strong wrist ride. That's one guy that you do not want to have grab a hold of your wrist.
Do not, because you are going to go for a ride.
He's been riding cattle and hurdling bulls all his whole life. That's just that country strength on top of hurling men for 5 points all around the world. But a great effort of getting back to the feet by Skorheim. Skorheim, the jiu-jitsu specialist, almost weaving the neck in there.
Nick doing a good job fighting hands.
Gilly, but Nick is recognizing the threat here. Nick had to beat the leg whizzer there on Skorheim. Nick's legs are cleared off to the opposite side of the choke, so he should be in good shape from the guillotine.
Yeah.
But with that hand trapped over on that side, he does have the potential now to set up the Von Flue choke.
Yeah, if Nick wanted to take his shoulder and press it into
especially, he's going to clamp his hands right now. Those gloves are going to be hard to get out if you're Robert, especially because they're still fairly dry at this point. If Nick really leans in with that shoulder pressure right now,
side control, and that's a squeeze.
Work for that. It's not there, though. We could see a little bit of movement in space from Skorheim, and we could see Skorheim not really reacting to the shoulder pressure.
Now
we're working on it.
And if he's not careful, looks like we'll see the second round here. Good start to this championship fight. What do you take away from that first round there, Curtsy?
You know, I definitely believe that Nick Tarpley, that there was an interesting move to pull guard on that situation off of a caught kick. But at the same time, once that didn't work, Nick got back to his bread and butter, lands the throw, ends up on top and securing that position. We did see some very savvy defenses from Robert Skorheim there. We saw Skorheim also look to try to potentially set up a choke off of the fence on his own. I mean, this is what you want from your main event. You want to see a little bit of depth in the skill set.
A little bit of everything. A little bit of mixed martial arts.
Yes, sir.
And they're both chomping at the bit to get after it here in the second round.
And that is a look of intensity in the eyes there of Robert Skorheim. Nick Tarpley always just has a collected look to him.
Until he starts throwing punches. And he looks like a man on a mission.
Yeah, I mean, Nick is the definition of a kid who flips the switch, right?
Yeah.
Because when he's not in the middle of a round or when he's not fighting, he's a very soft-spoken, again, very intelligent, high-level intellectual thinker. But then when he gets in here, it is mayhem.
It's mayhem from the jump.
Nick looking to try to walk around to the side here off of that takedown attempt while Skorheim was formed up on that front headlock. They're now back up against the fence.
Send it.
Oi.
Tarpley Airlines, prepare for takeoff.
And sometimes, man, just the angle, the way that you land on the shoulder and the collarbone, it hurts you while you're sitting here. Freddie Sandoval calling for the lockdown from Robert Skorheim. Nick Tarpley looking to try to set up an arm triangle, now going back to ground and pound. Guard recollected here by Skorheim.
Tarpley doing a good job following hips, not getting off balance.
Leg lock swivel here for Robert Skorheim. Nick's knee line is clear, though.
Nick's knee is out, yeah.
Skorheim looking to scoot in and close that distance.
He did have a heel hook locked in there, but Nick, like we've talked about all night, when you go for these leg locks, you leave yourself exposed. Nick did a good job throwing a punch, getting him to think elsewhere.
Knee line is back through again. Nick's going to look to try to circle around and end up on top.
Robert did a good job using his inside tie on his leg not to be taken for another ride, but this is Nick Tarpley's world right here.
Little chicken wing action right here from Nick Tarpley. Almost looking at a Kimura type of action. Has that hand wrapped around the back.
Big ground and pound. Looking like a madman. And then immediately when the bell rings, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, yeah. Like we say, folks, Nick Tarpley is he is as diametrically opposed on each side of the spectrum in terms of fighters. Like, if he didn't actually get in there and scrap, I don't know that he would ever hurt a fly.
No.
If you're Freddie Sandoval over there in the blue corner, what are you offering for Robert Skorheim coming into this third round?
Balance. We do not want to go to the ground. We need to keep this standing. We need to have a chance. And with this sport, if these gloves are small, you always have a chance. But you need to keep it out of Nick Tarpley's world.
Looks like Coach Freddie Sandoval stressing a sense of urgency here for his fighter, Robert Skorheim. If you're Professor Mario Correa, busy, or you're Clay Matza, what are you offering for Nick Tarpley?
Keep doing what you're doing. You're landing well, stay balanced, stay composed. And if you're composed, if you're balanced, you could probably get him out of here. Nice duck under. Scoops the legs out.
Good timing there by Nick Tarpley.
And this right here is something that I think that Robert Skorheim's coaches need to mitigate here. You don't need to go for the guillotine right here.
No, I mean, that's probably the jiu-jitsu specialist in him, though, that always thinks that, you know, he's got to choke there if he can have the arm wrapped around the head. And he's not unique in this.
Yeah, no, completely not unique. A lot of people do it. It's just when we've gotten to the third round, we've seen it. We need to get up. If I was in his corner, that's what I would be saying.
Nick working for that Dagestani handcuff.
Good reversal here by Robert.
Strong reversal, and if you're Skorheim right now, you're in a very advantaged position.
Yeah.
This is trouble for Nick Tarpley.
You need to be positioned first. Oh, he has that lock. Nope, not under the chin.
Tarpley's able to escape.
Tarpley's good job.
but he's not out of trouble right now.
Not out of trouble at all.
Rob's still on his back. Both hooks in. Reversal in the position there. Just pure brute strength right there from Nick Tarpley.
Got a minute left in the fight. And this is just a grueling thing when you have a guy like Nick Tarpley and his caliber of wrestling to just be a move ahead of you in most cases here. But Robert doing a good job here, getting another reversal almost.
Yeah, I mean, Robert
Nick
is still very much in. He's not folding. He's not caved at all.
He is not giving up.
Just some of these top wrestling positions, though. I mean, Nick is so strong in these spots. Like to try to bump his hips and go from here, like it's tough.
It's tough.
And for Rob to get back to his feet in general, I mean, that's nothing but credit and kudos to him.
Great fight by both gentlemen.
And looks like Nick definitely has an injury to the lower body there. He talked over his corner, said I either broke his foot or broke something. Couldn't see what he said. I just saw it broke. But I mean, he was ripping those kicks to the body, and that's where sometimes we talk. You know, when the guard is put up for the kicks, it's still hurting them a lot of times. But you know, you're catching forearm blade. You know, you might catch a bit of the elbow, and even I mean, hey, if it's all the way to the body, somebody might have some bony ribs poking out like old bird chest right here.
I'm interested to know what exactly is going on with Tarpley, because I do remember in the second round he was in a heel hook pretty deep. And I'm not sure if he is saying it's a bone or a ligament, but both of these guys gave it everything. We have Robert over there in the corner trying to catch his breath. Both these men left everything out in the cage tonight, and that's what you love to see from a main event here.
Certainly, and like we said, with it being an undefeated fight, someone's O has got to go, and we will find out who right now.
All three judges have reached a unanimous decision, and all three judges scored about 30-27 for your winner, Nicholas Tarpley! Congratulations, sir. You've been like a worthless. It's an honor to have you on the stage. Are you looking to take some time off, or are you looking to keep at it? So I do have to address something in the house personally, because you did my point. It's how it is for you now. So hopefully we can get that back. Well, here we are. You did put on a hell of a performance. Is there some people you're looking at in the house? Yeah, of course. My whole family. My big little brother, my biggest sibling, he was fighting on. I'm so proud of him because it's just event ever. I'm so proud of him. Stepping into the cage is scary and hard to do. I'm really so proud of him. And I'm really proud of him.
Be safe.
And congratulations to Nick Tarpley of Factory X. Hopefully it's not a lengthy